Have you ever wondered why a ship looks so small on the horizon? Or why in pictures the sides of buildings look slanted? The answer is visual cues such as stereopsis, occlusion, and perspective. But what does that mean? Stereopsis is the ability our brain has to process the data our eyes collect as having depth. Because we have two eyes that gather information from slightly different angles, our brain puts them together to create one smooth visual field. Occlusion is when objects create the illusion of depth by blocking the view of objects behind them. And finally, perspective. Perspective is the change in size of one object compared to another in a scene. There are many techniques that artists use in order to create the illusion of depth on a two-dimensional surface. One of these techniques is called one-point perspective. This is defined by a horizon line, a single vanishing point, and it shows that things get smaller as they become further away. Imagine a bustling cityscape. What do you see? The dog park? A homeless man? 17 taxis in Times Square, none of which stop for you? But do you notice the horizon? There's no visible marker to show you where it is. How does an artist know where the lines of the buildings go? They draw a horizon and create a vanishing point. The vanishing point is the spot at which our receding parallel lines appear to converge. Also, things that are further away take up less room in our visual field, so they appear to be smaller. After an artist puts down the horizon, they create rays connecting to the vanishing point that will later become the street. Starting from the horizon line, they proceed to add perpendicular lines to start to form buildings. Depending on the angle from which the viewer is looking at the buildings, only one or two should be visible. The side of the building will stay perfectly parallel and perpendicular to the horizon line. The front of the building will stay perpendicular, but the horizontal lines should be able to connect to the vanishing point. This would include the top of the building, as well as any windows or door frames added to the front of the building. Once you are drawing the first building, you can add another building, and another. And soon your scene will start to closely resemble the cityscape that you imagined it would be.